Hello YouTube, it's DVD Review Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing a brief review and discussion on Season 7 Episode 1 of The Walking Dead, whereas this video will of course contain spoilers as to who died at the hands of Negan and Lucille. So if you haven't seen the episode yet, definitely check it out, it was absolutely phenomenal. So let's get to the discussion. So the ending to Season 6 I utterly despised. It was a really bad episode, with the characters running around like lunatics trying to escape Negan's army, only for them to be put on their knees begging, and then we got a really poor ending with no payoff as to seeing who actually died, which was really disappointing. I was kind of hoping, since we were told there would be two deaths, that we'd get Abraham, spoiler alert, at the end of Season 6 and then possibly Glenn in the beginning of Season 7, but we got both Abraham and Glenn dead in Season 7 Episode 1, which I predicted from the start, honestly. Glenn was an obvious one because he died in the comics, and I was really surprised about the accuracy of his death in the TV show in comparison to the comics, but Abraham was a little bit unexpected. I thought they were actually going to kill Eugene because he was sobbing in the corner. That was just what I initially thought when I first began watching the episode. But yes, it was Abraham and it was Glenn, and I'm really disappointed about both of those. Abraham had some really great dialogue throughout the show, and Glenn has been one of my favourites since episode 1, so it's kind of tragic seeing both of those characters leave, but of course we'll have new characters introduced, etc., and I'm sure Negan as the main antagonist will definitely evolve, some great personalities and some great hatred in some of the other characters. So anyway, let's have a thorough discussion about the deaths. So the first character to take the bat was, of course, Abraham, and it was quite interesting because it was so abrupt and sudden, which obviously was very dramatic for the overall impact of the character finally dying, but it was really great as a payoff, and I thought it was fantastic. The only thing that I would say was kind of bizarre was the dialogue after being pummeled in the head at least twice, which I didn't really expect, especially after seeing what happened to Glenn, but of course it was very interesting nonetheless. So the death of Abraham, very sad to see the character go, but I mean, two characters were going to die, and it was kind of obvious that it was going to be Glenn and Abraham, and I've been predicting those two from the very end of Season 6, but of course everybody had their own predictions, such as Aaron, Eugene, etc. So yeah, unfortunately it was Abraham, but the death of Glenn was fantastic. I mean, the accuracy to the comics I was kind of surprised by. Negan pummels him in the head at least 3 or 4 times, and then Glenn is still trying to speak, which is kind of creepy as he stutters saying Maggie, and of course Negan has to get down to his level, really condescending like, and mock him for trying to speak, and it's quite funny how he says, "Buddy, are you still there?" Just absolutely hilarious. So I kind of thought that was quite humorous, very dark concept, but of course it's Negan, he's a psychopath. So I thought that sequence was very good. The gore on Glenn when he had his brain exposed and his eye popping out was fantastic, which really surprised me, but both characters in the end got completely pummeled, and the payoff was definitely worth waiting this bizarre cliffhanger. So overall I thought the episode was fantastic. The structure of it was really interesting, how we immediately did not continue off from where we left off. It took a good 20 minutes to get to actually see who died, as Rick is taken by Negan in the camper van, and after some very bizarre little test initiation kind of thing, throwing the axe outside and watching Rick struggle as he passes all the walkers. As Rick is lying down on the top of the caravan roof, he finally reflects on the events that happened and shows us what happened, and we see Abraham and Glenn die. So I thought the structure was really good. The only flaw in the episode I would say was the ending. Not a great ending, to be honest. I thought Rick would have said something really encouraging rather than being so weakened by what Negan had said, but I mean, come on, it was going to happen either way. Rick finally losing the Rick-tatorship as it was. But I was expecting a little bit more. The dialogue with Maggie in particular was really stupid. It just really really gave a bad ending and a sour taste to the episode. But overall, the episode was great. Let's have a discussion in the comments. Let me know what you thought of it, how gory the deaths were, and let me know what your predictions are for the rest of the season. So I probably won't do any more of these videos regarding The Walking Dead Season 7, but I may do a Season 7 Episode 8 video discussing the entire season itself, so be sure to stay tuned for something like that. So thanks for watching, leave a like, let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode, and subscribe for more videos.